Well, let's zero in now on one of the signature policies of the outgoing President Joko Widodo, his quote push to move Indonesia further up the mineral sector's value chain. Our business editor Charles Pellegrin joins us in the studio.
Hi, Haxi. Absolutely. This move is meant to respond to one of the frequent problems that commodity-producing and export-driven economies like Indonesia face. That they are overly affected by the boom and bust cycles in commodity prices. They do well when prices are high and badly when prices are low. Indonesia is the world's biggest producer of nickel, a metal which is highly coveted because it is used in the batteries that power electric vehicles. An industry, obviously, that's booming right now. Until 2020, Indonesia mostly exported raw nickel ore extracted locally to countries like China that then started the process of refining it for use in the industry. That changed when a ban on the export of raw ore was imposed in January 2020 in a bid to build up Indonesia's nickel refining capacity. After that, foreign businesses would have to invest in Indonesia, meaning the country would get more value out of the mineral resources on its territory.
And Charlotte, it seems like this is a bet that so far has paid off.
Well, let's look at the amount of foreign direct investment Indonesia has received in the past few years. After the ban was imposed in 2020, FDI in the country moved up from around, as you can see here, $30 billion a year to close to $50 billion in 2023. A quarter of that went straight into the base metals industry. Exports of refined materials have increased, although so far they are lower value products, but these are still the early stages of that process. This move to scale up Indonesia in the global value chain means that the country is exporting goods of higher value, which has been good for the country's trade balance. For 45 straight months, as we might see here, Indonesia has exported more than imported. This has brought in more dollars in the country, which in turn has stabilized the local currency, the rupiah. Higher commodity prices have also helped. And on top of that, tight economic management means that tax revenue has increased and the budget deficit has narrowed to a level below 3% of GDP. This fiscal discipline means Indonesia can borrow money on financial markets at better rates compared to other similar developing economies.
But the benefits, Shell, of this policy haven't necessarily trickled down to the wider population.
Well, Joko Widodo promised it would create more jobs, but the national unemployment rate is still slightly higher than it was before the pandemic. In the regions where these investments took place, like Central Sulawesi or North Maluku, the president said that nickel processing employed 71,000 people and 45,000 people respectively, a huge increase compared to 2015. But regional GDP has also increased to double digits, but the poverty rate actually ticked up last year in both of these provinces. So it looks like these investments are benefiting only a handful of people and could potentially hurt other sectors like agriculture because of the impact nickel mining and processing has on the environment. And that's why the policy has come under criticism, notably by former Jakarta Governor Anies Baswedan, the challenger to the front runner, as we mentioned, Prabowo Subianto, who has the implied endorsement of Joko Widodo to continue his economic policy.